use you as a warning sign that if you talk enough sense, then you'll lose your mind.
Hi BookTube, it's Missy, and today I'm here to share with you guys my September TBR. It's practically the middle of September. I think we only have like 2 weeks left, so I don't even know why I'm doing this video, but I've always done a TBR and I feel weird not putting one up, even though again we only really have like 2 weeks left of September, but here goes. These are all the books I want to get to this month, but because it's really close to being over this month, I don't know what all I'm going to get through. So let's just go through the books quickly. We have The Wastelands by Stephen King, and as you can see, I only have this much left to read. I started this at the beginning of August or the very end of July, something like that. I only listened to this in my car, and so it has taken me quite a while to get through this book. I know I've already talked about this before. I do have a Stephen King audio along for this year, and I have been listening to his books on audio when I'm, going to and from work. And I planned on reading the entirety of the Dark Tower series this year, and then there was going to be a couple other books towards the end of the year. I think I wanted to read Revival and one other book, but I think because this is taking such a long time to listen to, I'm just going to continue on with the Dark Tower for the rest of the year, and hopefully I can catch up and read all 7. This is the 3rd book. Again, I am almost finished, and once I am, I will immediately start the 4th book. I can't remember what it's called right now, but I do own it in the illustrated edition. I was supposed to get this one, the 3rd book, in illustrated, and the people that sent this to me sent this by mistake. They refunded my money and everything, but I haven't been able to buy it in the illustrated edition because it's too expensive, so now I have to wait again. Bummer, drag, but I'm loving this. That was too long. I apologize. The next book that I am currently reading now is Come to Dust by Bracken MacLeod. We got this in the Nocturnals Readers box, I believe in July or August. I cannot remember. But I'm buddy reading this with a friend, and we're a little bit in. I didn't know what this book was about. I think I read the synopsis a little bit when I first took it out of the box, but this is about dead kids coming back to life, and that's fun. I am also currently reading I Am Legend by Richard Matheson. I am buddy reading this as well with the Maddie Hatter. I will leave her channel link down below. We have just completed all of I Am Legend, which is 170 pages, and this book actually comes with other stories, so her and I are going to finish the other short stories in here in the next week. And yeah, I will let you guys know what I thought of I Am Legend in my September wrap-up, but just know it is not like the movie at all. And I watched the movie when it first came out, so I'm not extremely familiar with it anymore, but I do know that they are different, and that made me sad. I did not like that ending. All right, the next thing we want to get to is Greener Pastures by Michael Wehunt, maybe? We just got this in the September Nocturnals Readers box, so the Maddie Hatter and I are going to finish this one and then hopefully pick up this one since these aren't very long. This is also a collection of short stories, I think. I could be wrong. It just seemed like there was a lot of... I could be extremely wrong. Whenever I see a table of contents in a book that's not like a middle grade, I always just assume that they're short stories. Otherwise, why would you tell me what the titles of all the chapters are? I don't know. We'll see what this book is like when I start reading it. Next, I have Pen Pal here by Dathan Oribach. don't know how to say his last name. I want to read this with Keely over at A Bibliophile's Journey, so I need to talk to her and see when she wants to start this. Maybe Monday. I don't know. But this is another horror book. I wanted to read all horror and thrillers this month and then continue on for October because I absolutely love those genres. Again, Death Watch. I've already talked about this a million times by Ari Burke. This is the first in a trilogy. I still haven't picked it up. It's so big. I keep wanting to, but the size makes me nervous and I don't know why. Then I have The Butterfly Garden by Dot Hutchinson, and this is also the first in a series, I think, or at least a trilogy. This is about a serial killer who steals girls, and I don't know if he gives them wings as in he sews on wings to them or he tattoos them, but I'm very interested in reading that book. And then I have Eeny Meeny here by M.J. Arledge. I do want to buddy read this with. If you're watching, let me know when you want to start this. Like I said, we got 2 weeks, so we can do it next week or we can do it the week after. Let me know. And then I have Ink and Bone. This is actually supposed to be due tomorrow? Maybe it's the next week, the next Thursday. This is by Lisa Unger. I still haven't picked this up yet. Again, it's a library book. I need to read this ASAP, so I do want to do that. And the very last book on my TBR for this month is The Da Vinci Code by Dan Brown. I was supposed to read this last month and I didn't, but because it is a thriller, it should be a fast read, and I already kind of know the story since I've seen the movie, so I want to get to these books. I really do. I will just keep on trucking like I usually do, and hopefully I can get through all of them. Otherwise, I'll get to them when I can. Maybe I'll roll some over to next month. I did start like 4 books in August that I didn't talk about in my wrap-up, and that's because I didn't consider it to be enough read. Like if I'm reading 1 chapter from a book or a few pages, I don't really consider that as actually getting started. So I didn't add it to the wrap-up, but I do want to get to those books at some point in time as well. It's so hard. It's like when you go to a buffet and you're like, ooh, what should I eat? Well, I'd like a little bit of all of this. But then, you know, your eyes are too big. Your eyes are bigger. That's how it says. Your eyes are bigger than your stomach, and then you get too full before you're able to finish them all. So that's like me with books. My eyes are bigger than my stomach. I continuously put more books on my TBR, or I grab books and I start reading them, but I have other books that are also super interesting that I pick up, and then some books are more grabby than others, and if I pick up a grabby book and it keeps me interested the whole time, then I have a hard time putting it down, and then the other book gets neglected. I have a whole bunch of very sad books in my room. Yes. Let me know down below what you guys are planning on reading for the rest of this month in September. I'm not participating in any readathons this month. I'm just gonna slowly tick off the books, and then October is going to be an extravaganza. I cannot wait. Ominous October is me and Penelope's finest hour, and I'm hoping to get to all the books. Next month, I plan on not watching any YouTube, no video games, no nothing. Just straight books for 30 days. 31, just kidding. 31 days. It's going to be great. All right, that's it. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your week. If I don't post this until the weekend, I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend, and I will talk to you guys soon. Thanks so much for watching.